What's up? Hello everyone and welcome back to Potted Plant Entertainment. So, I want to do a new views, mirror reviews, and let you know what's coming up on the channel. So, I'll let you know what's coming up first. So this weekend I plan on making a lot of videos. I have to make reviews for House of Gucci, West Side Story. I'm gonna make another Christmas special because I've only done one so far, and today's the 15th. I've been slacking, guys. I'll be honest with you. But you know, I work 12-hour shifts, so I'm trying. Yeah. So I'm gonna be making quite a bit of videos this weekend. Gonna try and get as many up as I can. Because I only upload one video in a day. I don't upload more videos than that in one day. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and do the new views, mirror reviews. So the first one I don't have here because I watched this one on Netflix. It's Last Action Hero. That's a Schwarzenegger movie. It's one I've been wanting to see for. Sorry, I got an itch. It's one I've been wanting to see for a long time, and then me and my girlfriend and some friends, we came across it on Netflix a little while, like a couple weeks ago, something like that, a few weeks ago. We watched it on Netflix. I really liked it. Not his best movie. It's not this. But I did, in fact, enjoy it more than I enjoyed these. So, at least it's got that going for it. No, I'm kidding. Last Action Hero is actually a pretty good movie. Those are not pretty good movies. But it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. The little kid in it kind of reminded me of Anakin in The Phantom Menace. Just not that good. But he served his purpose. Schwarzenegger was pretty cool in the movie. It was a pretty fun movie. I wouldn't even go so far as to say it was as good as True Lies. Nah. I liked it better than Commando. Let's see. I liked it better than Commando. I didn't like it as much as I liked The Running Man. I didn't like it as much as I liked Eraser. It was a fun movie. And John McTiernan, too. You know, he did a pretty good job with it. He really did. I really, really wish that John McTiernan would come back and make another one of these. I love this movie. But yeah, so I will give Last Action Hero 75. Alright, now let's jump into the ones that I got here. I'm going to switch this order here. Talk about them in the order in which I watched them. Which one of these did I watch first? I think I watched this one first. Alright, so first one I got here is Warhorse. So I've been trying to see all the Spielberg movies I haven't seen so far. I watched West Side Story yesterday. That's his newest one. If you haven't gone to see it, go support it because it's bombing and it shouldn't be. Why is it that every new good movie that's out is bombing? I don't understand it. Go support good movies. Anyways, so this is a movie that I never hear anyone talk about, but I really liked it. I actually love this. This was really good. It followed the horse a lot more than the boy, which kind of surprised me because I kept waiting. Like, I remember, I was watching and I kept thinking, like, when are we gonna see the kid again? Because I was really interested in him, and the horse is just a horse, you know. So it's a little harder to connect with that than you could with him. So, but you get to see the horse go on this adventure that it's just being forced to go through. It's heartbreaking. World War One. It was a really heartbreaking time. Life in the trenches was rough. I feel so sorry for what all those poor guys had to go through. Spielberg has always been interested in war. Like, ever since he was a kid, he's always been really interested in war. So after he got into probably like the late 80s or so, he started making more war movies. Like what's that movie called with Christian Bale as a kid? Empire of the Sun. That's a war movie, right? I haven't seen it. I think that's pretty sure that's a war movie. Anyway, so he makes a lot of war movies. And they're really good. And some of them aren't, told from the battle point of view. Like Like this movie, Bridge of Spies. This is a war movie, but it's not told from like the front lines. You know what I mean? So he's really good when it comes to war. Or I got another example. Where is it? Right here. Lincoln. You know, he just does such a good job with it. The kid in the movie was really good. Everyone in the movie did a really good job. I really connected with the characters in the movie. You know, you really felt for them. You know, everybody in this movie just seems to have lost something. And it's really powerful. I'm going to give this a 95. Alright. Next one I got here is... I remember when this movie came out in theaters. I wanted to go see it. And then my mom was going to take me to go see it. And then I chickened out. Because I didn't want to see it by myself. Because at the time, I was not used to horror movies. Now, I am very used to horror movies. But at the time, I was not at all. Because I did not grow up in a household that approved of horror movies. So, I was not used to watching horror movies at all. But I was always, like, intrigued by them. But I just, you know, I couldn't watch them. So this is a movie I've been wanting to see for years. And then the other day, I got to watch it. It's Krampus. This is not a great movie, by any stretch of the imagination. I enjoyed it for what it was. Would I watch this every year at Christmas time? No. Sorry. I feel like I had to sneeze. Would I watch it again? Maybe. This could have... I feel like this needs a good sequel or a good reboot. You know what I mean? Like, let's not just keep it at this. This came out, like, 2015. We need another Krampus movie. We do. We need it to be, like, made by, like, really good horror filmmakers. Because this was fine, but we could have had something really great. I'm going to give this 70, 75. I really appreciate the practical effects in this too. That was a really joy. That was joyous to see. All right. Next one is 12 Years a Slave. Wow. Yeah. What a movie. This is what filmmaking is all about. I was so wowed by this. I don't think it's quite there for me, but I mean, just it's really hard to watch at times, but it's all true. Just insane what a creative minds can do when they get together and they get a camera and they can make things like this. It's just it shows me why I love this art form so much. I'm gonna give this a 95. Next one I got here is The Revenant. Okay, so I didn't realize like how this whole movie sort of has a gimmick with its camera work. It's very interesting what they do with the camera. There's a lot of tracking shots in this movie, which I wasn't really expecting. And at first it was pretty distracting, but then I got really used to it and I got kind of into it. DiCaprio won Best Actor for this. I could see why. I've seen him give better performances, but he was really good in this. So was Tom Hardy. He was great in this too. I mean, I had a hard time understanding what he was saying sometimes, but it's Tom Hardy, so that's just gonna happen. And I didn't have closed captions either for some reason. It doesn't come with closed captions, so that wasn't a helpful option. Check this out. Look at this. It opens. I didn't even realize this until a few days after I had it. Yeah, it opens. Really cool. A lot of practical work that went into this. The ending was really, really white-knuckled and gritty. I was like, oh! Like, it was crazy. Oh, man. This was such a good movie. I do wish it cut away from DiCaprio a little less. But I really, really like this movie. I'm going to give this kind of torn between a 90 and a 95, but really, really, really good movie. And last but certainly not least, okay. All right, everyone. Okay, look. I don't think I've ever... No, I haven't. I have never watched a movie before that I thought was so masterful and so wildly inappropriate and weird. I don't know the words to describe this film. I really don't know how to describe this film. It's just... Or I don't know how to explain my thoughts on it. I can describe it pretty well. It's weird and masterful. I'm talking about A Clockwork Orange. 50th anniversary on 4K. This was an experience, and watching it, I understand why so many people say that they watch it one time and they never watch it again. I get that. Me personally, I would like to revisit this at some point. But yeah, it's a creepy movie. So when this movie originally came out, it had an X rating. Now, it's not called that anymore. Nowadays, it's called NC-17. But it was rated X. And then for some reason, it got bumped down to an R rating. I highly disagree with that. This should have been kept at an X rating. This is one of the most intense movies I've ever seen. I don't really know what Kubrick was thinking here. But he made a masterpiece. This is a phenomenal movie. This is a fantastic film. It is. It is brilliant. It's masterful filmmaking, but holy crap. I mean, just wow. Like, what goes on through Kubrick's head, bro? When he thinks of stuff like this. I mean, I know it's based on a book, but he wrote the script. What goes on in that dude? What went on in that dude's head? Rest his soul. Like, it makes me think what other thoughts he had. This is such a weird movie. It is. It's so creepy. And there's so much vile, vicious things in this film. I mean, this movie is all about evil and evil things. But what I like about it, one of the things I like about it, is that it doesn't necessarily glorify these things like rape and beating up homeless people. It seems like that at first, but then when later on in the movie, you see the consequences of this, of treating your friends like dirt and raping women and things like that. You see the consequences of that. It's like the Wolf of Wall Street. How, like, yeah, you see DiCaprio, like, living this high life, doing drugs and having all this sex and all this money, but then it shows you the consequences of that, how he starts getting in trouble with the law, and he starts having marital problems and things like that. And so I liked how this shows you all these things, but then it says, hey, here's the consequences for it. I like that. I like that a lot. I would love to review this movie at some point, but I would want to revisit it before I do. I'm going to give this a 95. Let's put it right there. I now own 2 4K movies, that and The Big Lebowski. And you know what's funny? I got that for Cyber Monday, but I only got it because it was cheaper than the Blu-ray, which was weird, but whatever. So, alright, this is a long video. Yeah, this is becoming a pretty long video. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, so look forward to videos coming this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Poly Planet Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave me a review, suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Poly Planet Entertainment for channel updates. And, Christmas. I can't wait to watch more Christmas movies, like The Polar Express. You know I'm gonna rewatch. This is one of the best Christmas movies ever. I watched Home Alone the other day. I reviewed both those movies, so check out my Christmas special for this year. I did for A Christmas Carol, and check out my ones for last year too. They're great. Alright? Thank you for watching. Much love.